Oh, beautiful. Very little movement of the feet, the full face of the bat going through, and a glorious off drive. So an on drive and now an off drive from Hayden. He was in very good touch.
He's a big man. Makes this one into a nice juicy half volley. Have a look at it disappear down the ground. No point in running for that.
Oh, glorious. He sort of went fishing there too. He didn't move the feet, he just put the bat out, hit it right off the meat of the bat. None for 42. What a start.
This is a pretty good fisherman anyhow. You're right. He was playing away from his body there a little bit. And just, well, ended up just caressing it through the gap. So strong.
No!
We have.
That's a lovely shot off the pads. That'll roll the way down the hill.
And I like that. That's good bowling, and it's rewarded with a good defensive shot by Hayden. Not trying something reckless, not getting bored, but really head down working, because his form so far this morning has been outstanding. 23 from 31. Remarkable for a man with not a lot of match practice under his belt.
Way again.
Let's hit the stumps now. This could well be 5. This outfield's very quick. And it will. It was a, well, good piece of fielding. Fieldsman moved to the ball well, threw at the stumps, and unfortunately for Zimbabwe, hit the stumps. Oh, lovely shot. He's finally got one through, Matthew Hayden. That's what he's been swinging on. On this occasion, he gets not only the timing right, but more importantly, he gets the placement right.
First 4 in 23 overs for Matthew Hayden. He's remained tight though. His technique's been very together. Stands very still till the ball's delivered and straight onto the front foot. Very tight bat and pad close together and obvious power.
It's nicely timed again, and he's beaten the fieldsman again as well. 24 overs, Matthew Hayden went without hitting a boundary. Now he's hit 2 in the space of about 3 deliveries. Both very straight, and that's the key to this shot. Quite a thick set field, lots of men saving boundaries. It's very hard to set a field to the straight drive. There he goes. Good use of the feet, tremendous timing and power. Brings up his 50. He over bowled, it's 2 for 139.
Oh, that's a good shot. Just a little bit of room outside off stump, and well, once again he's found the gap. So Matty Hayden hits his 7th boundary.
It was a particularly good shot because Ray Price almost beat him with the drift. He drifted the ball away from the left-hander there, but it didn't spin back, and Hayden gave it the full face of the bat.
Oh, he's got that through the field as well, and this one has been nicely struck. This will go for 4 as well. That's another one to Matty Hayden. 8 fours.
That's a lovely shot. Really does hit brilliantly straight down the ground.
It's about the safest way to play. If you're going to go in the air, it's go nice and straight. Full face of the bat. Plenty of power. Straight back at the side screen. Run rate 1.33 since the tea break. And that's broken the shackles. Almost fielded it off. That goes away for 4.
This was clubbed down the ground by Matthew Hayden. He decides, right, even though it's wide, I'm going to hit you straight. I've got the strength to take it from wide of off and down the ground rather than where you've got all your fielders. Magnificent clubbing.
Gone again. This is a better shot. This is over the top. Well, the Zimbabwe captain needs to get it right here. They've tightened the screws since the tea break. All of a sudden, Matthew Hayden's broken loose because he got some width and too full.
Down the ground, along the ground, the first one. The second one, a little bit of a miss hit. Just skews the bat, catches it a little low on the bat. I thought for one moment mid-off was in for a bit of a chance, but no way.
Yes.
At the moment, Matthew Hayden doesn't look all that stumped. He's playing beautifully. Will be, well, it's not going to make any difference. Matthew Hayden's going to get 4 anyway. And they'll move into the 90s with that shot. A lovely back cut from Matthew Hayden, just using the pace of the ball on that occasion.
Well, could have been bottom edge. Then Cat will be the one to give us a quick flash. Right. Worse for everyone.
Particularly Matthew Hayden, who would love to have picked up 4 runs for this. Must have beaten everything. One of those attempted sweeps from Matthew Hayden, which we see him play a lot. Oh, a big bottom edge on that. That's cost Matthew Hayden 4 runs.
There goes to 96, only 4 away now. Well, it's going to be safe, but it's not going to be 4 because it was miscued, and that's what is the perfect example of the nervous 90s. And there it is, a century for Matthew Hayden, his 15th Test 100, his first in Perth, and his 9th in Australia. Moves to an even 100.
So the cautious start was more than justified as Hayden made it through to his 15th Test century, though at this stage there was little indication of what was to come.
Oh, he's hit that one beautifully. That's all the way. That's a long way back. A big 6 down the ground. Matthew Hayden is very strong. You've just got to have a look at the size of his forearms. He got down the wicket to that one and it stayed hit. He was trying to get down the wicket to him again, but changed his mind and dealt with it very well. Another boundary. So Hayden now is beginning to turn it on again, scoring his runs fast. Oh, there she goes again. He's hit that one way over the top, and it's gone. One bounce down to the boundary for 4 again, like a rocket off the middle of the bat. And this run rate now is really going to start to climb. It's over the top again, and all the way. Well, he almost looked as if he just eased into that one. So that's his second 6.
Doesn't swing. All it happens to do is find the middle of the bat on the back foot of Matthew Hayden, and it's 4 through cover. Again, it's short. Instead of a cut shot, this time he finds the other side of the ground with a pull. Magnificent stroke play, 143. And he's played a cracking shot. Don't worry about fieldsman. You can't stop that. He's streak. He's got a man out at deep backward square. He's got a ring field on the offside. He's bowled it full and wide, and Hayden smashed a 6 over mid-on.
We've seen that a few shots over the times in the summers we've had here, and have a look at that. Straight down the wicket and over the top, just heading through the line of the ball. I mean, that's one thing that Matthew Hayden does very well, apart from a lot of other things, but certainly hitting straight.
There's a short ball. It's gloved. The keeper can do nothing about it. The ball finds the rope. This time it's the short ball outside off stump. It's 4 through third man. He's streak around the wicket now. Again, it's short. Don't worry about the outside edge, which got the 4 through third man last delivery. It's cracked through cover. This time he decides along the ground, and he's even got the man scrambling. He's missed it. The diving save from long off hasn't been able to prevent the 4.
Look at the run rate, just over 4 there.
Again, he just puts it the other side of mid-off, has him struggling again. He dives to his right, he fumbles this one, and over the ropes he goes again. Matthew Hayden can do whatever he likes.
Gosh, opened the shoulders and hit it straight over mid-off. Tremendous timing. He's been tied down, he's looked very nervous. This time he hit straight through the line.
Yes, they've been trying to persuade him to do something silly, and this wasn't exactly a controlled shot, but it's that power that gets him, well, allows him to get away with things like this. Look at this, it's wide. He goes after it, lifts it over the top.
Oh, straight through the bowler's hands for 4, right off the meat of the bat.
That very nearly took his head off. His hands weren't up there quick enough to stop that one, I've got to tell you. It came back at him decidedly faster than it left his hand. That was a magnificent straight drive. It takes Hayden to 193. Just watch this. Whack, and where are his hands? It goes past his head. Oh boy, the head started to go down. Desperate little snatch there, and that brings up the 200 partnership as well. What a shot.
Make that 198. More of an authentic, well, I was going to say a square cut, but it's gone through about extra cover. It's just how well he's seeing the ball at the moment. Through, that'll do it. Beautifully placed from Matthew Hayden, and that brings up his double 100. The second in Test match cricket to go with his 203 in Chennai a couple of seasons ago. That really is a wonderful innings, concentration personified, and since about tea time yesterday we've seen some powerful shots, particularly straight down the ground, warmly received by this Wacker crowd.
There can't be a better feeling in Test cricket. 35 minutes into the second day, you're 200 not out. Has he got more? Let's hope.
83 balls for his second 100. He just needs 4 more to beat his high score, that was a marvellous innings as well at Chennai 2001.
Yes.
And that's Matthew Hayden playing a pull shot. Letting Craig Evans do some work at fine leg. He does really well. Keeps it to 2. Good fielding, and had to be. Maybe the short ball is coming into vogue. They've got 2 men back there for that shot. Are they going to use it more often?
That's the change up, that's the slower ball. It's around about 110. And that's Matthew Hayden's highest score in Test match cricket. Eclipses his 203 at Chennai.
This is Matthew Hayden's highest score in Test cricket, surpassing his previous highest score of 203. Matthew Hayden, 204.
His first 100 took 210 balls, his second just 82, and now Matthew Hayden had gone through to his highest Test score. And of course,
Hayden will look for 2 and he'll get it. Well, he goes downtown. He goes a long way downtown. In fact, it goes all the way. Well, that's a shot of nonchalant ease. It wasn't a bad delivery from Heath Streak. Matthew Hayden just hit through the line.
And remember the ball before, beat him. A lazy shot walking through it, through to the keeper this time, no way. It's not only downtown, it's in the top floor of the department store. Decisive front foot movement, full follow through.
Well, that's full and safe away from the slip fielder. Takes Matthew Hayden along to 226. Here we go again with Matthew Hayden using his power and challenging the outfielders and also terrorising the spectators.
Sitting back in your armchairs, you might think this is a fairly small ground, the way Hayden's treating it, but it's not. Full-size job. And that's gone back a long, long way once again. Great timing, because he didn't actually hit at all that hard.
He's not bothering about the fact that there's a man out there. Oh, beautiful placement. No chance for the men in the covers. It's 4 for 4 into the gap. Beautifully played.
This is the end result for Hayden. Not to say that he hasn't got plenty more to come, but this type of innings and the number of runs he's making now is the end result after a very ordinary start.
Man at long on, but it's cleared him and just cleared the rope. Well, that's crunched. Geez, a powerful player. Not quite as brutal as someone like Robin Smith, who used to cut ferociously. Gordon Greenwich from the West Indies was another one who cut pretty ferociously. That one flew probably just as quickly, but didn't look quite as brutal. Combination of power and timing.
Oh, it's all happening. Have a look at that. That's a magnificent shot. Straight down the ground for 6. Another 6. He is absolutely murdering Zimbabwe. 254. And have a look at this. Right off the middle of the bat. You can add 6 to the 254. So that makes it 260. There's another one through the offside by Hayden, rushing away to the boundary for 4. That brings up the 500 mark. It also is the end of the over. 4 for 502.
Shouts of catch it, but Hayden's placement is so good, there's no opportunity for the catch.
We talked about this yesterday afternoon. We think there's a wasted fielder out here, and it's not where the ball went right now. This one was skewed off a twirling blade past the man at short point, short forward point just there, and then in between the man at cover. But to the left of that man at point, there's a man that's hardly fielded a ball.
That's thumped. Didn't get enough height in that short pitch delivery. Matthew Hayden provided the power.
That's the gap that Adam Gilchrist was tempted to play a shot into last over, but the ball's a little full. This one's perfect. It's short, there's plenty of time, it doesn't get up, it's just hip height, and that's when you can find the gap. Matthew Hayden goes to 282.
It takes him past one of the big innings I've seen recently, and tremendous innings it was from VVS Laxman. Got 281 against the Australians at Eden Gardens in that memorable series. That's just burst straight through the fielder's hands. It was hit so hard. Magnificent shot. The trouble for the bowling side and the fielding side is it's very difficult to stop batsmen scoring quickly at the Wacker because it's a big ground, and also with the pitch coming on, you get a lot of fours, and if you try and stop the fours, you'll just give away a lot of twos.
Just a tiny front foot step. So confident now, he knows where the ball's going to come through onto the bat. Throws the hands at it. Hits the gap.
Now it's a matter of whether Heath Streak makes a bit of an attempt to try and stop the single. And in fact, he's bringing long on and long off up, and also the man at deep square leg now is coming up. They might as well come a long way up if they're going to try and stop the single. No point in being half-hearted about it. There's the 300 for Matthew Hayden. Direct hit. He's happy that he's home though, and he's just the second man to make a triple century in Test cricket in Australia.
They're making runs so quickly these days. Australian top order. The next step is to do it as quickly but for longer. It's a great thing to see the Australians going on now and making not only 100s, 200s, but a 300. Brilliant stuff. Well appreciated by his teammates. A great effort.
It's rare that I put the baggie.
In the air, straight hit. Another 6. It's a long boundary at the Wacker. Not a short boundary by any means. He's clearing the fence easily.
He's not swinging that hard either. He's just punching down the ground, isn't he? Nice and flat. It's his 9th 6 in this innings now.
Most ever by an Australian. Goes past Adam Gilchrist, his partner, who had 8. There he goes, over through the mid-wicket region. 4 more, crashes into the fence. Nearly knocks the pickets over. What an exhibition of batting we're seeing. Making batting look easy.
Boundary number 34, as well as a 5 and 9 6s. As I mentioned, only 379 deliveries so far. Give you an idea of how quickly he scored. Sir Donald Bradman, when he made his 334 at Headingley in 1930, he faced 446 balls. So that's some 60-odd deliveries more than Matthew Hayden's faced at the moment.
Well, the fielder only had to make, I reckon, about 15, 20 metres right out on the boundary rope.
I must admit, when he hit it, I thought it was a single. And he hits him that hard and times him that well. Beats fieldsman on the boundary. 330 now for Matthew Hayden. I think that's 331. And Craig Evans down there gets an ironic cheer. Dived over the last one and fields that one cleanly.
331, so Hayden now is not on strike, but he's only 3 away from equaling Don Bradman and Mark Taylor in their 334. Mark remained not out and declared on that score.
I reckon it'll be in the back of his mind at the moment now, but I don't think he'll be getting nervous, Matthew Hayden. He knows he's in tremendous form. He's seeing the ball at watermelon size at the moment. He just knows it's only got to play one or maybe two more shots like he's played the last day and a half, and he'll be the Australian record holder.
And that's the one to give him the strike and let him have the opportunity when the next over comes along.
Five for 662. Matthew Hayden on 332 not out. There's the highest scores by Australians in Test match cricket. Matthew Hayden just requires 2 to equal the best. And there's one of them. 333 at the moment.
He's equalled it at the moment. As far as Hayden can be careful doing anything with the bat in his hand, that was a careful stroke.
334 not out. 395 balls. It's almost disgraceful, huh? It's far too quick for my liking, Richie.
Well, it does add to the stature of the Australian team that they score so fast. We're just coming up towards tea time on the second day. Plenty of room for manoeuvre. There it is. Highest ever Test match score by an Australian. 335 for Matthew Hayden. Stands there on his own now. Mark Taylor and Don Bradman, the two who were level with him up to a moment ago. It's a magnificent innings. 335 from 396 balls.
What a superb moment. And Matthew Hayden, the highest score by an Australian in Test match cricket. Worked hard for his first 100. From that moment on, he has just smashed the Zimbabwean attack to all parts of the Wacker ground. And the way he just marked centre then, I think he's thinking about another 40-odd runs.
It's out. Oh, dear. Well, from that, can we conclude that he either doesn't know or no one's told him about the Brian Lara 375? And I reckon that's 6. Well, it may be that he is definitely going for the Lara thing, but doesn't believe he can get there without doing something extraordinary.
Well, he's so powerful. He's hit that right off the bottom of the bat, and it still cleared the man at long off. You may well think he's invincible. He mightn't be far wrong at the moment.
Gilchrist will get 2 for him. It's safe. It's landing between 2 fielders. Pick up 2 more. 5 for 681. Now Gilchrist might look for 2 here. It's a sensible call, actually. He was just struggling to turn and get a look to see precisely where the fielder was in relation to the ball.
350 for Matthew Hayden, only the 4th batsman ever to reach that total in a Test match.
Oh, he's blasted it. That's an incredible shot. That looked like a horizontal bat shot straight down the ground. Unbelievable. Went like a rocket.
I think he quite enjoyed that one from the look on him.
Straight down the ground and all the way, a long way back, another 6. Well, he seems to turn them on at will. Down the wicket he went, beautifully struck again. All the way for 6. Oh, he's hit that one very hard. That's gone for 4. It's in front of square. 4 more. 371. Oh, he's ever so close now.
It's amazing that he doesn't appear to be tiring at all. Power and the strength still there for Matthew Hayden.
Straight to extra cover. And no run there. 371. The highest score is that one there at the top, 375. So a boundary gets him level with Lara and not out. Unless, of course, it's a 6, in which case that's it. Boy, does he look determined now, having come all this way.
Whoever Gripper could get the double up. I think he was bowling when Matthew Hayden scored the Australian record. He could be bowling when he gets the world record.
Into the gap. He'll be looking for the second run here. Yes, he comes back for 2. 373. One to go in the over, and perhaps one more over before. Oh, and there's a fumble, and thinking about it, but changing their mind. So the end of the over, it's 5 down for 7:27. The focus totally on Matthew Hayden. 373 he's got, and this is the last over before the tea break, and he will want to get to this milestone at tea so that the Australian captain can declare. That's what he's after, Brian Lara's record. Four balls to go before tea. I've got a feeling if it gets towards the last ball, he might just hit it for 6. He's hit that one. It's going to the boundary. No, it's not. It's going to be cut off down there. Back he comes for the second. That's equaled the record. What a performance by Matthew Hayden, with the highest score in the history of the game of Test cricket. Hayden and Lara together, 375.
Will he let him go on and get 400 to become the first man ever to get 400?
Slow down, chaps. It looks to me as if Steve was actually nervous up there as well. Righto. (1,659 Test matches have been played in Test cricket, and this looks like being the highest score ever scored in all those Test matches. So 2 balls to go. And that's it. That's a great shot. Up go the arms of Matthew Hayden. That is the world record. What a performance.
He came back out after the interval in an attempt to become the first batsman to pass 400, but sadly for him, only added one more boundary before holing out to Stuart Carlisle. So, Matthew Hayden's 380 sits atop the list of highest ever individual scores. The Queenslander batted for just under 10.5 hours, faced 437 balls and hit an amazing 38 fours and 11 sixes. That was a startling 2.25 hours.